We won't look inside Ghana and we won't look inside Nigeria. These two countries, which of them will fit they behave well when it comes to good governance? Which of them were they open, to their followers? Which of them fit they give better food to their followers? Which of them will not tell plenty lies? You understand? To their followers. Which of them where they give fake promise when people say after we don't vote, give them finish? They just sit down and they say, not be me on a past government, now past government, and then cause I'm not be me at all. And you and him say, me chest, free, me need wahala at all. We are going there now. Let me introduce my guest and we fire.
The level of governance that we are looking at, the kind of things we want to see. Okay. He said they have not seen it yet. Okay. And is not happening in Ghana. Okay. They are doing their best, but what you want to see is not what they are giving to us. Okay. We expect something bigger than what is happening today. Okay. Because what we've gotten to at the age in terms of democracy and politics in Ghana, okay. I think in Sub-Saharan Africa, we're actually ahead of most of the African countries. And so we want to be
Ghana is actually ahead.
Yes, I mean from the global perspective, you will know that yes, when it comes to democracy, we are actually a step ahead of most of our colleagues in Sub-Saharan African countries.
Are you ahead of Nigeria?
Definitely ahead of Nigeria because I can't strongly believe. I remember the last elections between Jonathan and President Jonathan and his other contenders. There was somebody in a queue on BBC and said, I'm in a queue voting, but I'm hearing declaration of where I'm voting. The final results there. And I don't think that will happen in Ghana. Never.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure. It's not going to happen in Ghana. Because even before a result is declared at the police station level, you have to then collate, count, and then write it down on the sheet, as we call pink sheets. I mean, during our election petition of pink sheets.
Exactly.
We even put them down. Afterwards, they declare at the police station, and they send it to a collation center, which is for the constituency. So every constituency has its own collation center. And so at every police station, you declare your results there. Then when you take it to the collation center of the constituency, they tally all and give the general vote of the constituency. That's what we determine who won the member of parliament for that particular constituency, and then who won the presidency elections at that level. So there's no way, I'm not sure, if I'm a polling agent here in Ghana, you will sit down for them to declare results ahead of you. That's how when you do, the pink sheet will determine, because when you go back to a police station, they're going to tally. And at every level, police station and in the collation center, there are people who sit there to monitor. Because when I'm a polling agent for NDC or NPP, I'm given the pin sheet at my polling station. Maybe Hot FM is a polling station. After voting, I'm supposed to move to, let's say, Abandoned Grace, which is the collation center. I go there with a pink sheet, give it to the returning officer of my party, and who will collect everybody within this constituency and also do their tabulations. So they know the votes they get. And so when the electoral commissioner, before he declares, they don't know what they've gotten. And everybody will have to append his signature before even the results have been declared.
So which means in terms of election in Ghana is ahead.
When it comes to that, I think you're ahead of our brothers from Nigeria.
Wow.
And you can imagine that the last election that was conducted by Nigeria, I think a lot of kudos has been given to Nigeria for that election. For the first time ever, we are improving and we have free and fair elections. Elections are not that much clear. Even in Ghana, I applaud them, though they even move some of the elections over to the next day to vote. But there are still flaws at the system, because if there are no flaws, there will not be tribunal where pink sheets and plain sheets and all the rest over voting. They claim that they are using the biometric system, and at the end of the day, people even voted without being screened through the biometric system. Is that a transparency? That means you have cheated some other people. When I've been screened through the biometric, and my colleague will come, he will not be screened. He will be allowed to vote. Who knows if he's a fake voter, where registered has been flagged even at the processes of the elections. But we're not just looking that. They are trying. We're also trying as a nation. But when it comes to election, both countries are trying, because we do send you. I can also witness and see that the former president of Nigeria, President Olusegun Obasanjo, led the ECOWAS delegation down to Ghana and monitor the process. There was even a rumor where they said the NDC people has an engine room where they are monitoring system and they are collecting votes. Without Olusegun, they would have burned down the house and killed people. But he was able to tell them that no, that's a technical room for some companies and all the rest. That is opposition.
So you also think in terms of election, now Ghana is not totally
not totally clean. Not totally clean. There's no sanity
to what my colleague just said.
No, I want to make a clarification.
Okay, you clarify myself.
I think my colleague Juma was not listening to me. Probably could hear me speak, but I was not listening.
Oh.
Okay.
I said at the point that
BBC reported
yes,
that
when the report was when someone in the queue
they are declaring votes.
Okay.
That he's still in the queue, but vote has been declared for his area.
That was in Nigeria.
No.
But I'm not saying if
Okay.
you're talking about election, I'm not saying Ghana is perfect. Even
Okay.
the US, which is advanced democracy for 200 years plus,
Okay.
it's still not perfect.
Okay.
But the fact of the matter is, what happens, what the scenario given by that reporter or the people who did the interview
Okay.
can never happen in our country because the system
It can never happen in Ghana.
I'm not sure to happen.
It happens. It happens.
Well,
Okay.
Even at the north, why they are collecting the results, it happens.
That they are we go to the court. It is fair enough.
These are the things what we look at today. And I'm having intelligence students, university students, really discussing and also debating. You understand? But like I said, as you listen to the show, you fit also monitor the show on the YouTube. That will be just go to the bar and then type loadedmama.tv. Loadedmama.tv. You can also see these people, live to them too. And even on our Facebook, you can get me, loadedmama@Naija. Get there and then you move to the page. The page in there is Naija Level Show. Just go to the page and you can also see these guys there. And you can see whatever thing where they happen inside Naija and a lot of matter there for it. So just go to loadedmama@Naija and then on the page look for Naija Level Show. Naija Level Show. Like the page. Make sure so you like and well. You understand? And then if it posts whatever comments where they are just, even if you want vomit and vomit, you understand?
We have a situation whereby in your country, light can go off for 3 days and even sometimes a week without electricity for the people. How can you talk about good governance when the leaders are not working? Why can you talk about good governance if there's a Boko Haram all over the place? So I think that let's be fair to ourselves.
Okay.
Now, if you are talking about good governance is in itself.
Okay.
To me, I'm saying that there's no good governance yet in both Nigeria and Ghana. But in comparison, I can say Ghana is ahead of Nigeria.
In terms of good governance.
In terms of good governance.
Okay.
And if you look at Nigeria,
yes,
Nigeria has been facing good governance right from 1960. And it led to a lot of coup d'etats in Nigeria.
Okay.
We all saw how this thing, General Gowon came into office.
Yeah.
They cited for lack of good governance and corruption. Again, the overthrow of Gowon. If before the overthrow of Gowon in 1978, in 1975.
Exactly.
Yes, indeed. In 1967,
the
Biafra War. Why? They said what? There's no good governance.
Okay.
Because they're not getting their share of what? The oil sales, the revenue.
Okay.
That is the issues they cite.
Okay.
And in Babangida's coming to office.
All right.
All of them, the overthrow in Nigeria was basically cited as lack of good governance and corruption.
Wow.
You understand? And there's no exception as compared to the overthrow in Nigeria as well.
Okay.
But basically, if you look at the indicators, in comparison, we cannot assume that Nigeria is well with good governance. Nigeria can never be well with good governance as it stands now.
Wow.
But I can say that Ghana is ahead of good governance.
It's ahead,
it's ahead of Nigeria.
Wonderful.
So
Ghana, we could say in a nutshell that Ghana is a big brother to Nigeria in terms of good governance.
Yeah.
You maintain that. Is it only on the election part or in generally?
Generally. Recently, we saw what happened when like Jonathan sacked the Governor General for the Bank of Nigeria.
Exactly.
He was in Niger, and they handed over the letter to him that he has been sacked because of what?
If it were to be in Ghana, how do you think?
If it were in Ghana we saw it.
Okay.
When our good friend, our brother, our father was sacked by Atamia's Attorney General, Amidu was sacked.
Okay.
What happened? We went to court.
Okay.
And through the transparency we have, we saw what happened, the outcome of the court.
Wow.
Yeah, so I believe that there's good governance to some extent in Ghana.
Wow.
But ahead of what Nigeria.
All right, let's go.
Like I said earlier on, you need to know that it is only good electoral processes that will bring good people to lead us. And if these elections are not fair, we won't have a good leader. Now, look at these elections that have been declared as the best election in Nigeria.
But do you accept the fact, say, the Ghana guys are saying that in terms of good governance, Ghana is a big brother to Nigeria?
No.
You don't accept them?
No. Like I was saying, if he's talking about suspension and what have you, you remember very well, Sanusi was accused by the Financial Reporting Council of misappropriation of funds and what have you.
Exactly.
And he was suspended by the president. And that is the right step to take as a leader. And immediately Sanusi was suspended. He has the right as a Nigerian, as a legal entity. He went straight to court. And as I'm talking to you now, to correct what my Ghanaian customer just said, the Federal High Court in Lagos have just awarded a 50 million naira damages to Sanusi. To be paid by the federal government, and they have also been ordered to stop investigating Sanusi until substantive matter is being heard. That is judicial process in Nigeria.
Somebody said, Loaded Mama, thank you very much for these students. They are indeed intelligent. The way I'm listening to them, I want to disagree from is it from or with? We should be with the Ghanaian counterpart that Ghana is better than Nigeria in terms of good governance. Mbanu. Okay. The first person said Mbanu. Alright. The next person said, Loaded Mama, thank you very much for this show. I like the topic. My name is Jones Edu. Well, Ghana leaders are doing very well. The only problem is that they are not actually putting money in our pocket. But we are still praying. That's why our pastors have started declaring all nights. Loaded Mama, if you go to different churches nowadays, there are a lot of all night. Why? Because we are praying for our leaders, for them to repent and treat us well. Tell the Ghanaian students to talk more. The next person said, Nigerian guys, you are doing well. But it seems you are still not bringing more points because we have a lot of good things happening back home. Why are you not talking about it?
My name is Mike.
Alright, Mike, welcome to the show. Waiting there your chairs, my dear. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a Ghanaian. What a Ghanaian over there, he's talking, excuse me, to say rubbish. You know why?
No.
I just came back a week ago and I spent 2 weeks in Lagos. Now, you go to Lagos, Nigeria, what you see in Nigeria now, all the rubbish is with them. So if you're talking about good governance, leaders are doing good in Ghana, it's a good lie. Our position in Ghana here is to face the reality, the fact. If you have a bad kid in your house, there is a bad boy. To be a bad boy. Nigerian politician leaders, even though they are chopping the money, good job. We just look at, even look at the city of Lagos. At 54 million people. So look at the discipline and injection into the movement. They are far ahead of us. We should just really don't crap the movement. We are ahead of Nigeria. Ghanaians always say that, oh yes, we are ahead of everybody. They are comparing ourselves. Who compare ourselves? Nigeria, Burkina, Ivory Coast. We always say if you go to London, if you go to US, but those are the countries that are done work. The nonsense we are doing in Ghana here, it cannot be done over there. We compare ourselves to the countries. What is the whole brothers around it? Nigeria is doing better than Ghana.
All right, my dear. Thank you very much for your contribution. They are listening.
Yeah, my name is Godson. I'm coming from Cantonment.
All right, my dear. Go ahead.
Okay, please. I'm a Ghanaian. I support the Ghanaian counterpart over there. What he's saying is the right direction.
Wow.
The only problem I have is Ghana's production is low than Nigeria's production because Ghana, everybody wants to belong. So they go to school 20 years, 50 years just to, put on a white collar, without any